Welcome back for part 3 of our reaction to Phineas and Ferb in 18 minutes from beginning to end. In brackets recap exclamation mark. We are two guys from Germany and we are reacting to Phineas and Ferb, and we will also let you know a couple of German things. We will teach you one or another German word, so be all ears, as we say in Germany. Let's go. Oh.
Out that even Lawrence and Linda's own parents stumble upon some of the boys' crazy inventions. For instance, Lawrence and the flying carpet. Their grandpa
Dad knows about it. And Grandpa also knows about it.
In one episode, Heinz's teenager ends up zapping Phineas and Ferb, turning them into adorable little babies. Candace, being ever the dutiful sister, takes a picture and sends it to Linda, their mom. But here's the mind-boggling part. Linda receives the picture and acts all nonchalant, thanking Candace for sending an old photo. Come on, Linda, you know that picture was impossible because the boys were already walking and talking when they first met. And to make things even more confusing, when Candace brings the baby version...
Nah, this is weird. Nah, this makes no sense because I think we watched an episode where they were born.
Yeah.
And they were born already to the family, so this is nonsense. Don't listen to the propaganda here.
Yeah.
This is very wrong.
Versions of Phineas and Ferb inside the house, Linda suddenly claims that they can't be her sons and are just random kids who resemble them. Yeah, you might be onto something there. The evidence certainly points towards Linda being aware of Phineas and Ferb's inventions and simply playing innocent. But why would she do that? Well, one popular theory is that it's all part of the show's comedic brilliance, by maintaining this balance between the fantastical and...
I've never seen Perry eating.
He's eating very chill.
Yeah.
He's really chilling. We have to practice our...
Yeah, our platypus noises.
Yes.
Our Schnabeltier sounds.
Mundane aspects, the creators keep us laughing and engaged. It could also be that Linda is aware but pretends not to notice in order to encourage their creativity and independence further. Another popular theory is that she is under the influence of Dr. Heinz's Forgetinator, which represses her memories. Whatever it is, it always keeps us on the edge of our seats.
That would be
Later
crazy.
in the episode, Phineas and Ferb's Quantum Boogaloo.
Wait, I have another theory. Like, the actor he was with looked very like Phineas and Ferb's mom. What if Doofenshmirtz wasn't with the actor, he was with Phineas and Ferb's mom, something happened and he made his Forgetinator?
Do you think that Dr. Doofenshmirtz is the father?
There is incidents for it, yes.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. This is crazy.
In her mission to bust her brothers when she's 30 years old by using a time machine to go back to their first holiday. But here's the crazy part. Her small change ends up causing a world where evil Heinz Doofenshmirtz rules. Realizing the gravity of her actions, Candace goes back in time once again to stop herself from busting her brothers and save the world. Phew! In the end, the 15-year-old Candace goes to the future with Phineas and Ferb, where Linda finally learns the truth. But here's the kicker. Phineas and Ferb are already in their 30s, living their own lives, so Linda doesn't seem to be too bothered by it.
Wait, but why do they look exactly the same when they're in their 30s? Or did they all time travel there?
They time travel.
Maybe this, because Candace also looks like she's just 15 years old.
Yeah.
But this is a nice attic that she has. I very much like this mat that resembles a piano. This is nice. She has so much stuff.
Can we talk about the fish?
The fish
I want to throw something in his mouth.
Yeah.
Are already in their 30s, living their own lives, so Linda doesn't seem to be too bothered by it all. Still, it's a big moment for Candace, finally getting some closure on her decades-long quest. In the same episode, we see an older Dr. Heinz, after putting his evil ways behind him, playing
looks like a pack of balls
inside his evil corporation. It's a funny and heartwarming moment that highlights the unique bond between the ultimate villain and his undercover nemesis. Moving on, while the show primarily revolves around their friendship and shared adventures, there are several relationship dynamics that make throughout the series. Here are a few notable ones. Isabella, part of the Fireside Girls and a good friend of Phineas and Ferb, has had a crush on Phineas for a long while now. She's always helping out with their crazy projects and low-key trying to get Phineas to notice her. Phineas.
What? But Phineas always notices
Yes.
her.
That's cap.
Yeah. They
He's
are
talking
already.
bullshit.
They both love each other.
Yes.
One time he said when we have grandkids or something, and she was like, yeah. So they know they will marry and they will have a very loving family. And yeah. What's more interesting is what's with Ferb, because Ferb has a crush on Vanessa.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
I want to know about it.
I want to know more about that, yes.
Oblivious as ever, doesn't seem to catch on to Isabella's feelings. She eventually gives up on the idea sometime during their summer adventures. But guess what? Right around that time, Phineas starts developing some serious feelings for Isabella.
Damn.
Talk about bad timing.
He
right
always
there.
had
He finally
feelings for
musters
her.
up the courage
Yeah.
and spills the beans about his crush.
That's
On the
cool.
last day of summer, they sort things out and decide to go to the same college as a couple.
Aw.
Then
Aw,
there's
that's
Candace and
cute.
Jeremy's relationship. It's like a never-ending roller coaster. They're constantly breaking up and getting back together, adding a ton of
They're
drama
never
to their
breaking up.
story.
This is also
Yeah,
On the other
that's
hand,
cap.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz's ex-wife, Charlene, and their daughter, Vanessa, also make appearances. They bring their own dynamics to the mix and spice things up even more. Speaking of Vanessa, Ferb also had a crush on her throughout the show and did his best to win her over, despite being much younger than her. Ultimately, through a series of events, he manages to get together with her in the same episode.
Damn.
The final episode of the
Nice.
show,
Nice.
Phineas and Ferb,
Respect
is
for
called
Ferb.
Last Day of Summer. And it's a special 1-hour episode that brings the series to a close.
I need to watch this.
Phineas
Yes.
and Ferb, being
We
the
need to watch
creative
this
Yes.
1 hour
geniuses they are,
episode.
embark on a mission to make the absolute most of their final day of summer vacation. You can expect the usual epic and imaginative adventures that we've come to love from these two. They create one last giant contraption that encapsulates all the
That
other
looks
mini contraptions
crazy.
they made throughout the summer, kind of like a tribute to their own imagination. For context,
But
this
what happens
episode
to
happens before
Buford?
Heinz left his evil ways behind, so he's still in a struggle to take over the world, while Candace is still hell-bent on exposing her brothers. It is surprising that throughout the entire show, Candace and
Crazy.
Heinz never really interacted with each other until the very last episode. Candace visits her friend Vanessa to return
Her
to the
friend?
Candace and Vanessa are friends?
But one time they were they mistook their clothes for when they brought them to the washery, and then they didn't know each other back then. So,
Yeah.
So I don't know, but maybe they became friends. That's nice.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
nice. I think Vanessa needs friends.
Yes.
Because
Good
she
friends.
only has goth friends, and
Yes.
that's not very good. Because if she continues this path, she will take drugs and
Gives
go
her
down
life to Satan or something.
and goes
Yes.
down a very
Yes.
dark road, and she probably will end up with 3 kids from that all don't look alike.
Yeah.
We don't want that for her.
No.
We want Vanessa
No.
to have a stable.
A stable life with Ferb.
Yes, with Ferb. That's good because Ferb
Yeah.
is a very, very decent guy.
Yes.
He doesn't talk much, but he's very intelligent, and he also knows how to provide because he's very
Yes.
rich, and he also has a seat on the council.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good guy.
Oh, do you know what happens? I think Vanessa asks him, "Aren't you a bit too young to date me?" And he says, "Yes." And then they get together.
Yeah.
and vents to her about her failed busting attempt throughout the show. She stumbles upon Dr. Heinz for the first time and sets off the do-overinator, which resets the day in a never-ending loop.
Oh,
Heinz
no.
made it so he can rule out all the errors in his way to take over the tri-state area, while Candace sees this as an opportunity to bust her brothers. The day is reset and both of them now have another chance to do it all over again. However, no matter how hard they try, they always fail to deliver. The day keeps resetting and they keep failing. But after like 23 loops, they realize that with each loop, a part of this world is getting erased one by one, and eventually the whole world will be
Crazy.
erased if they don't stop.
What?
Heinz tries
What?
to turn off the innator, but a rift appears and sucks it in. Heinz just assumes that since the innator is erased from existence, the loops will stop. Meanwhile, Candace tries to seek help from her siblings, but much to her dismay, another rift appears and sucks her brothers in.
But who are Phineas and Ferb?
Crazy.
Horrified to see that her
Put
mother
it on
doesn't
pause
even
for a
remember.
second. What did we just watch?
That they were sucked in by the rift, and then they didn't remember them.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. This is the time to stand up
It's
and
way
turn
too
around.
hot. It's way too hot to get sucked into a rift.
Real talk. 21 things sucked into the rift.
That's crazy.
Candace tries to explain the situation, but she is still very confused. The main characters of the show are literally erased from this world. Well, not entirely. Everything that is seemingly erased is being teleported to a colorless void that resembles Danville, which means that the do-over-inator is also there. When the day resets again, Heinz decides to make another inator to fix the space-time continuum and even seeks the help of Perry and Vanessa. But before they can finish, the day is started over again. Eventually, they manage to make it in time, and now all they have to do is activate it. Candace, on the other hand, alongside the whole gang, gets sucked into the rift to rescue her brothers, where she comes across the inator. She can't turn it off in the void because then they will be stuck there forever. So the gang makes a catapult and travels through a rift back to their world. However, before both Heinz can finish his rambling and Candace can activate their side of the inator, the day keeps resetting. Finally, in an epic side-to-side showdown, both of them press the button at the same time, and the world is saved. However, Perry then discovers that Heinz's inator was not plugged in, meaning it was Candace who really saved the world. The series concludes with a heartwarming scene in the backyard, where Phineas, Candace, and their friends gather to savor the last moments of their summer. They sit together sipping orange juice and fondly recall their favorite memories from their adventures. Meanwhile, Perry the Platypus, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Vanessa, and their faithful robot Norm have their own gathering after Heinz realizes that his daughter's affection is more important to him than seeking revenge.
Spaghetti out
They
of
enjoy
the
some
ears.
delicious muffins while reflecting on their unique journey and sharing their own nostalgia. Candace has finally given up her chase, and Heinz has finally managed to form a family
that's
that
cute.
he always wanted. It's a delightful and heartening conclusion, showcasing the enduring
such a
friendships
good
and cherished
series.
memories that were created during their
My
eventful
kids will
summer
watch
together.
this.
So this was the entire...
Very good entertainment.
Yes. I think also that it is a very good show because it teaches good morals.
Yes.
The brothers, they love their sister, even though she always tries to bust them. And the parents love their kids, and they also love their grandparents, and they visit them, even though they live very far away. And the kids are very creative. And
It shows a healthy family and good morals. Yes.
yeah. And even though, even the bad things are still portrayed in a good way. Like,
Yes.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz and his wife split up, but they still try to make the best of it. And even though Dr. Doofenshmirtz has a very traumatic childhood, he's still trying to better himself.
Yes, and make the best out of it. So,
And also, he has a very nice, he actually is very kind to Perry. Every time he catches him, he always leaves an escape path because he actually doesn't really want him to die. So he's very kind in that way. And it's a very nice show. So I very much recommend it.
yes, I also can recommend it. It's funny. The characters are nice.
Yes.
Good morals. Good, healthy family.
Yes.
You should definitely watch it.
Yes. So let us know what else we should react to.
Yes.
Write a comment. What did you learn? Are there any German words that you learned or that you want us to translate? Do you want us to talk about life in Germany? Do you want us to travel to the city where Dr. Doofenshmirtz was born? Drosselstein.
Yeah. We have to eat the sausage there.
We should make a vlog
important.
where we travel to Drosselstein and eat a real good sausage. Okay, that is it. See you guys.
Take care.
Yeah.